Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scunny Man Rob, and do I have some news for you guys today? But before we start this video, I want to hear from you, my YouTube family. Let me know in the comments below what I can do to make this channel better, and what do you guys want to see more of? We are literally 10 people away from 1,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So I think it's more than important to keep you guys happy and keep you guys posted on the information you guys want. Okay, so I was scrolling down Twitter and I bumped into this tweet from Anthony Pompliano, and it's a clip of none other than the notorious Bill Gates and Andrew Sorkin discussing the Bitcoin dilemma. And just Bill Gates, man, I just really hate this guy. But let's just take a quick listen.
I also asked Gates where he lands on the topic we talk about virtually every day on this program, Bitcoin, and how he thinks about the cryptocurrency in the context of climate change, seeing as how Bitcoin takes enormous amounts of energy to digitally mine.
I don't own Bitcoin. I'm not short Bitcoin, so I've taken a neutral view. I do think, moving money into a more digital form and getting transaction costs down, that's something the Gates Foundation does in developing countries. But there we do it so that you can reverse the transactions, so you have total visibility of who's doing what. So it's not about tax avoidance or illegal activity. But Bitcoin can go up and down, just based on the mania or whatever the views are. And I don't have a way of predicting how that will progress.
I also asked Gates where he landed.
Just freaking awesome, right? Like, just freaking awesome. This dude here, like, he just does not stop. He's always in the background, always in the shadows lurking, and then he wants us to believe he doesn't have anything to do with digital assets. He says, I don't own any Bitcoin. Is just sitting there smiling like that's just a bunch of bull. Come on. And the thing is, he could either be dead serious and just that out of touch with the world, or he's freaking lying straight to our faces and probably already has a ton of Bitcoin locked up somewhere. And I'm guessing it is the latter. So we have another tweet here from Jake.com and VetLever, and they posted a tweet about some new products being tracked on the network. And this is just more confirmation of what we already know. Okay, sooner or later, everything in the store from meats, eggs, milks, and other perishable foods will be also getting tracked on the blockchain, and it will all be possible by the graces of Vechain. And now we have another clip here from Goldman Sachs heavyweight, and they're going to talk about China and their country's pledge to become carbon neutral by 26. And this is super, super important. Okay, so guys, take a quick listen.
Sharmini, you and the team at Goldman Sachs Research are out with a new report called China Net Zero, the Clean Tech Revolution, in which you explore China's recent pledge to become carbon neutral. Explain why China is so important to this effort and what we know about the pledge so far.
Well, so hold on. I'll tell you why China is so important, because they're becoming the new freaking world superpower. Don't believe it? Do some more research.
It's huge in terms of its scale. As a country, it accounts for 30% of global emissions, but also it's accounted for 64% of the increase in global emissions that we've seen since 2000. Now, the country has said that it's targeting to get to peak emissions by 2030 and to get to net zero by 2060, which is slightly further out than other countries' pledges, which generally anchor around 2050. However, it's still ambitious as a target, given the growth rate of China as a country. The other important fact to note is that the country has significantly reduced its emission intensity per unit of GDP in the last 20 years, and it only stands behind the UK in terms of its progress on that front. In terms of the details, we don't really have much beyond peak emissions in 2030 and net zero by 2060. Next month, there'll be details in the 14th five-year plan, which will really give us a sense of the roadmap towards 2060.
Yeah, and those 5-year plans are very key. But anyway, first thing that stood out to me was that she said China accounts for about 30% of the global emissions, which is absolutely crazy, and it speaks volumes and gives us a perspective on how big China actually is and how big they're becoming and how much they produce and manufacture. China knows that their business operations are not sustainable at all, and they have to do something about this issue now, very soon. And that's why they partnered with Vechain on a national level, because Vechain is setting to help the entire world be a more sustainable, transparent place. Which brings me to my last and final slide, another post from Vet Lever. And if you guys don't follow him, man, give this guy a follow. He posts a bunch of good stuff. But VFam, do you remember about Foodgate/ASI Group? Well, I'm happy to tell you that they have finally onboarded and started verifying products on Vechain Thor. Line spotted, ASI chain of custody. And this is incredibly bullish for us, guys, because this is showing us the shift is beginning to happen. A lot of people get upset with Vechain because they see all the amazing partnerships, but they don't see any price action on the other side. And you have to understand that, yes, we may have gotten those partnerships, we may be getting new partnerships, but what we need is for the companies to start going live on the network. The adoption and the setup of this technology takes quite a while, and with this pandemic, it only makes things much slower. However, we can rest assured that these companies are not going anywhere else and that they found their favorite blockchain solution, and that is Vechain. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. My name is Scunnyman Rob, and tell your friends and family that Vechain is the golden goose. I'll see you next time.
This one for the old me. I was getting back to them. They was trying to hold me back to the old me. It's time to pay up if you owe me. Ain't no little bro.